Yeah. Man's not playing.
You know why? Because I seen a little glow in the camera. It might have been that one, or it might be one of the books.
Yeah.
But it's only a little glow. You don't really see too much. But I said, I like the glow. So we have to run with it. Broken Generation, we're back. We're also black. But we'll keep that for the last episode. Gonna get straight into topic. This is probably the first time in, months, maybe even a year, where we've been able to drop episodes back to back.
Yeah, I don't.
Furthermore, I might even just keep this one for 2 weeks, just because we can't get people used to seeing us as regularly as they did before, because we haven't got time for all of that.
No, I hear it.
But we're back like this. Broken Generation. We're gonna get straight into topic number 1. Very interesting topic. Very relevant. Do you want to break it down for the people?
So let me say this. Like, we live in a day and age, especially on social media, I come across it on my timeline all the time, like ways to get rich. Like how to start a business, how to let's invest in Bitcoin, let's invest in crypto, let's invest in this, let's spend our time wisely in trying to create multiple streams of income, blah 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 blah. So the real question is this idea, this hustle culture, a lie? Is it destroying lives, or is it creating success?
Interesting.
I just think that's that we need to run with.
Definitely. So I think like every 4 or 5 clicks on like Instagram, TikTok, wherever you are, you get this. Hi, this is how I made my money.
Yeah.
I work 3 hours in the morning. Then for the rest of the day, I chill. And it's like a guy sitting in a Ferrari or whatever, you know, whatever, and everyone knows them adverts. Like, if you're not on social media, then I don't know. But if you're on social media, no matter what you're on, Facebook, YouTube, you come across these hustler. You know, I started off with the humble beginnings of blah blah blah. Every single one of those is buy the product. None of them are free. Like, there's not
even if it's just a slow build or a slow sale. Well, they might say download the free
guide.
But really, they want you to download that free guide and then really get the real information if there is real information, by signing on to like a subscription.
There you go.
Course or this, that, and the other.
There you go. So, like, I come across them. Some of them I'm like, oh, that's actually interesting. Like, I seen one for podcasts. And it was like, how to grow your podcast. 10 free steps. I said, okay, interesting. Let me go on to that. I download the thing now. It's like 1 paragraph in each. Get to the end. Subscribe to our more information. I said, okay, see, that's how they get us in. I'm not that invested to now subscribe. Like, they didn't get a bite. They sparked my interest because I thought free, but I should have known better than to know nothing is free in this world. There is nothing free.
And to be fair, a lot of them, what I see them doing is that the reason why I think it's a lie is because they're buying into someone's insecurity. I think in terms of economically where we are, I don't think that a lot of people have got a lot of money.
No.
They say something like 80% of Great Britain's got less than $1,000 in their savings or something like that.
Mad,
something
I've
crazy
seen
like that.
Stuff like that.
So they're trying to get you to say, okay, look, a little bit of sacrifice, give me £20 here, and then you could much quadruplize what you're trying to do. Do you know what I mean? There's so many people that get into property in terms of like rent to rent. There's loads of people trying to get into like the housing and that kind of industry. There's people getting into Forex, trading, like all of these kind of crazy things. And I don't think they're bad necessarily in and of themselves, but I think if you're leveraging people who are scared, then that's not a good thing. And I think there's a scarce mentality where we're like, wow, I haven't got nothing right now. I need to have more. And that links with everybody on social media, like pretending that they've got money.
The influencers.
Do you know what I mean? So not only are we trying to hustle to get money, we're pretending that people's got money so we can, or we're hustling to get money so we can pretend that we're living a great life. Or I need the puffer jacket. I need this. I need that. I need the holidays. I need this car. And I'm not sure if that's good on our mental state or if that's just a good culture to have. That make sense?
No, and I agree. I think as a culture, I think it's very toxic. Because when you look, like a lot of these people that you look into, and I'm not saying everyone, and I'm not going to stereotype everyone, but a lot of the people they target are people from lower economic what's the word, backgrounds,
Yeah,
like financial backgrounds.
Yeah.
That's the people they target, yet they haven't come from that background.
Yeah, facts.
Like a lot of them, and I'm not saying they're millionaires, but like a lot of them are like, I started this business in my parents' garage. Big man, a lot of people don't have parents that got a house or definitely a garage. And I'm not saying that matters, but I'm just saying the people they're targeting and selling the dream to haven't got the steps that they may have had. But yet they're still buying into it.
And the idea is that everyone's got the same 24 hours. So why aren't you successful? I don't think that's a genuine starter point. We all don't start from the same place or the same position.
Definitely.
And we don't all have the ambition to be rich and famous. And so why is there a pressure to do that?
And I think that is the key there. Not everyone's meant to be entrepreneurs. Not everyone's meant to own their business. Like some people are meant to work. They've got the ambition. That's the lifestyle that they want to be. Like not everyone needs to be at the top of the pyramid. But we're being told now that we should.
Be
and like you said, I think that's when the mentality comes in, because if you feel like, actually, I'm just happy what I'm doing, but the world around me is telling me, no, you need to do more, you need to be top, you need to have this many followers, you need to make this type of money, you need this, then that pressure sets in. And you start to become that person that's like, actually, if I don't have that much money, now I'm feeling like this, money's going to get me down. So I think that mentality does come in. And like you said, I think the mental health side around that really affects certain people.
And I think even in terms of our friendships and relationship groups, because there's a phrase where people would say things like, your network is your net worth. So you got to leverage the people that you know and make money from them.
100%.
To some extent. You know what I mean? It used to be a thing called, what was it people used to sell? There's loads of different little. I just think they're pyramid schemes. But in
like
terms
Avon
of
and
Avon
was the original,
way back in the day. Avon or Tupperware or things of that nature.
Yeah.
And now it's like, I don't know, is it fitness pills or it's this kind of fitness, or it's lotions, or it's creams, or it's this, that, and the other, or aloe vera kind of products. Like, I don't think that the idea of you have to have multiple streams of income is a true basis for every single person. And I get why they're saying it, is because economically it does seem like there's a madness going on.
Definitely.
Everything, the house prices, cost of living, everything's going up. So I get it. Look, we need more revenue, or you just need to be better with your money. Either way.
Definitely.
But hearing people say, look, you need to get on this. Look, buy my book, buy my course, this, that, and the other, just to get those economics, I don't think is a good way to for our culture or young people to grow up and think that that's the way we should live life.
I think what we need to step back and do is research what you actually want. I think that's the part that's missing. The part of why are you doing it, what is your motivation, and what do you actually want. I think people are not taking time to get back and do that no more. It's like,
that's a fact.
It's like just skipping the motivation and that part and get into the glitz and glam. So I think if you step back and think, why am I actually doing this? Like, why don't I want to work a 9 to 5?
What's wrong with a 9 to 5?
These are the reasons why I don't want to work. Like, it's not, I don't like my boss, because you get another 9 to 5, or I don't like where I'm working, go to a different job. Like, people can't use that as, like, there needs to be, I think if you need to show ambition and you need that drive, you need to have something more than I don't like.
It has to be something tangible.
You need to want to change.
That's a fact. Because so that's point one. Point two, I would say, is like, yes, there has to be something tangible. Because if you're watching social media and you're thinking, oh, everyone has to own a business, so I need to quit my business, or I need to quit the job that I have. Like, why? Like, if you're earning a good amount of money and you're happy, like, there's no need to strive after more unless you need to strive after more.
100%.
Don't be fooled into thinking that you have to because everyone else tells you have to. Do you know what I mean? There is more to life than that. And I even think there might be documentaries on things like this, like the amount of girls that have started OnlyFans, thinking that they're going to be a part of that 0.1% that's earning 10 grand a month. And after 6 months, I've realised, right, that £17 a month ain't really worth.
Trust, they're spending a lot more money than that. And the thing is, that's what I'm saying. You watch these documentaries, or you watch, like, I think there was a Channel 4 again, like, behind the scenes whatever it was.
Yeah.
And like they say, a lot of people don't realize how much you put in.
Yeah.
Like it's not just upload your picture, here's $1 million. Like some people are working 16, 17, 18 hours a day to make £300 a week.
Yeah, facts.
Like you could literally go get a job and make that. Like you could go and
with less stress. Exactly.
And get more than that.
And just so that you can say, oh yeah, I'm a boss B.
Yeah.
Or yeah, I own my own business.
Like we're talking.
But really, you're stressing yourself out. You're probably doing more than the regular 40 hours a week.
What you might do that in less. 2 days.
Exactly. Yeah.
2 days you're doing a 40-hour week and you're making £300. And like you might not go further than that. You might be at your capacity.
Yeah.
So is it for you?
Yeah.
You know, is it for you to be my own boss? I want to be my own boss. But you're going to make more money working for someone else.
Yeah.
Like you need to have the ability to be your own boss. And that's not going to come from signing up to someone's course. That's going to come from research. That's going to come from learning. That's going to come from experience.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm saying. These are the things I feel like people are just skipping. Like, oh, how much business experience you got? Wow, I went on a course. I went on a 3-day, a 3-day course and started my business. I'm like, it might work.
Yeah.
But that's not going to work for me, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You know them ones? It doesn't work.
And that's the sad thing, that we live in a world where we're so naive to think that we're the star of every story.
Yeah.
Like we look at a film and we see who the star and lady get the man or get the job or become rich, and we think, yeah, that's us. Nah, to be fair, bruv, you're the guy at the back selling the hot dogs. Like you just walk past her. You're not the star in this story. And you don't have to be the star in every story. Do you know what I mean? You don't have to be the number one guy. You don't have to be the number one girl. You don't have to be the guy that's got their own business or doesn't have their own business or is doing this or doing that, has a 6-bed house. Like, what? Since when did that become the drive or the means of success or happiness?
Well, the norm. When did it become the norm?
Yeah. Because you can be happy and successful without any of that.
Definitely. And the thing is, talking about like on that, like the amount of people I've spoke to, and they're saying, yeah, I'm going to do this business. I say, oh, what's the business plan looking like? Huh? What do you mean? What's your target audience? Like, I'm not by any means saying that I know what business is, because I wouldn't be here. I would have my own business, which I don't. But I'm just saying, like, simple conversations, right? Yeah. And they're like, nah, basically, brother, all you have to do is you buy an Amazon shop, you do a drop link, you purchase from AliExpress, you sell it on Amazon, in 2 months' time, you make $3,000. And I'm like, what? Someone's told you that? Or have you researched that? Have you checked your target audience? Do you know what selling streams you're going to use? Do you know what selling sites you're going to use? Do you know the import tax? Do you know the postage? Nah, brother, I watch this YouTube. And I'm like, okay, if it works for you, please let that work for you. Because I'm not here to not try and make you chase your dreams. But I'm just saying there's a lot more to it than watching a YouTube, signing up to someone's blog and doing it. People are making money, 100%, but what's the longevity? As soon as that product goes out of commission, have you got another product lined up? Are you transitioning into a product? I'm trying to give gems here, people.
That's a big gem you got there.
I got a degree in business, you know, big man.
I can tell now.
And I don't use it. Hey, business people, please. Any organisations, I'm ready. I'm ready to step away from what I'm doing and get into this business game.
I hear it. I hear it. And to be fair, I was going to say, like, to some extent, I've been fooled into thinking that.
Yeah.
To be thinking
everyone has.
Yeah, 100%. Into thinking that I need to have my own business, or I need to be successful, and success looks like this. Mm-hmm. Does that mean? And I don't know how much of life I've missed out on because I've been focused on the wrong thing.
Yeah.
And that's the worry. Like, if you're...
It's going to drop.
Why?
You know what? It works. It works. Yeah, it works.
For now. What was I going to say? Yeah, like the... Yeah, I'm worried about how much of life you're going to miss out on if everybody's just focused on the hustle. And who's not knowing...
And there it is, gone. For audio purposes, the picture of my business, the clothing label that I'm trying to start, just fell off the wall. So maybe that is an indication.
I think the ancestors are talking.
Yeah, of how successful my clothing business is going to be. Anyway, let's go.
Yeah, but like, I don't know what life's going to look like if everyone's trying to have a business. And if everyone has a business, who's going to work for the business?
And that's the thing, isn't it?
And what does it mean to actually to have somebody who's a good employee and be faithful as a good employee? Because you're worried that if you are a business, you're worried that everyone's going to start their own business and everyone's going to leave and you're not going to be able to be successful in that business. That makes sense?
So I've experienced that. Like, I'm not going to talk places, names, I was like management. We employed someone to come in, and someone else from outside was like, they're starting their own business. And I was like, what do you mean? And they're like, yeah, they're starting their own business. And I was like, so why have they? And then it clocked. Okay. So now they've come in to see how things are running, to, get a little information. And like you said, your network is your net worth. So they've come in, they're asking questions that normal employees don't really ask. They're asking about certain things. And for me, like, obviously I knew that later on. I didn't know that at the start. Yeah. Then it started to make sense. And like you said, they didn't come in to be an employee. They've come in to learn. And within 6 months, they were gone.
Yeah.
They come in, they took what they needed, they got the information they needed to get. Then, 6 months later, they were gone. Month or two later, their business just come up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, in a way, that was their plan all along.
How's their business doing?
Successful.
Okay.
And offered me a job. Offered me good money as well. You know what I mean? It's not for me. It wasn't for me.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. And, if they hear this, or they might just say never. It was never like that. That was never my intention.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to badmind them, because at the end of the day, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? If you're able to put yourself in a position to be able to forward yourself.
I hear it.
Get involved in it. They hurt no one. They did their job.
I hear it.
They just realised that, okay, whatever you're doing, I can do it better for myself over here. And that may have been part of their success. Yeah. That may have been their drive. That may have been their ambition. In order to be a business person, you have to make some tough decisions, and you have to seem to be, doing what you say you're going to do, but really behind the scenes, you're gathering information. That's how it goes, man.
Yeah, that's a peak one, fam. That's a peak one. Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure. So my question really is, I'm not sure what this looks like in 20 years.
Yeah.
Or what this looks like in 5 years or 10 years. We've already got the emergence of like chat GPT.
Yeah.
Is it GPT or
GPT, innit?
Yeah, in terms of AI and things of that nature, and people are trying to leverage, okay, how can I use AI to my advantage to create a business and start that?
I'm on this AI thing. But again, what I need to do is research.
No, I hear you.
I need to research. I need to know what I want from it.
Yeah.
Not what people tell me I want. And then try to make it work around what I want, not what people tell me I want.
But to some extent, like, I'm not sure how much I would encourage everyone to do their research. I'm not sure how much research is needed to start a business, because you can just start it on a flight and be successful.
100%.
I'm not sure if I'd risk that, but shout out to those people who are desiring to do it. But it's not for everybody. And I think you can be a great second person.
Yeah.
Like, or a third person. You can get paid well for somebody else's business.
Yeah.
Even a fourth person or a 10th person, you can get paid well for working for somebody else. So don't always be chasing after being a number one person, because if that number one means you've got $1,000 a month, it's different to being the 10th person having 10 grand a month. Does that make sense? 100%. I think we have to make wise decisions.
And you know what? I think I relate to that, and I think I would be a better number two than I would number one, if I'm going to be honest.
Pause. Why for that?
Why is that a why, big one?
You want to be number two, yeah? That's a
second.
Why for
what?
that.
A second person?
I might not play number two.
No, enter. This guy tried Y-ing and not a non-Y.
That was a Y, fam. All right, now allow it. All right. We're not here for that.
But I'm just saying, I think as that second person in charge, yeah.
go on. Talk you to
I feel like I'm not the greatest at making financial risks. Like, we spoke about it before. I'm not. But if you come to me and said, "Yo, here's what, Dange, I got 10 grand, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull it into this.
Yeah.
Let's talk." I say, "Yes, big man, right, boom, boom, boom," and we can have that conversation. And I'm happy to have that conversation with you. I'm happy to be there with you, stride for stride.
Oh, would you though?
But I'm not putting my 10 grand in.
Would you hold off? So if I had 20k and I wanted to run a business, a specific thing that I think you'd be solid in, would you sacrifice your 9 to 5 for that?
If I see the potential in it, yeah. I wouldn't just quit my job and be like, yeah, this is what I'm doing now. But
so if I said, bruv, 6 months.
This is what is making me number 2 and not number 1. You know, because I'm still in the back of my mind. I'm thinking,
when should I run away?
I've got my security blanket in my job.
Yeah.
I'm not putting all my baskets in this.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's not, I'm not financially committed to it. So that way it's easier for me to step away.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you said 6 months and then we go 6 months and then we look at it and we're like, you know what, this could generate enough income for me as the owner to take my dividends and actually pay you a decent wage.
Yeah.
Then I'll say, cool. Let's talk about bonuses and guarantees, because I need to know I'm guaranteed a wage for 12 months.
So just because we talked about this, let me. I just posted on the gram.
Yes.
This is about an hour ago. A book called How to Make Money.
Yep.
An honest guide to going from an idea to a 6-figure business.
Yes.
Reading the introduction, it says this. Look, this book isn't solely about money. It is about what happens when you take a bet on yourself, when you go up against yourself to create something. Money is just a byproduct. If you want more from life, business is one of the most transformative vehicles to achieve that.
Fact.
Skip down. This is what I thought was dope on the first page. It says, when it comes to business, you need to be able to stay in the game long enough to see the fruits of your labor.
Fact.
So we'll talk about this in a year's time. Like,
yes.
Reflection on Dean and what Dean's trying to run up with. Yeah. But in one sense, I'm thinking, look, you've got to make strategic decisions about whether you should believe this hustle culture and run with it.
Yeah.
But also, if you do run with it, you've got to make a decision to say, look, I'm running with it no matter what.
I'm sticking with it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because there's going to be times along the way when you're going to want to just be like, let me just go and get a normal job.
Yeah.
And it may make financial sense to just run and go get another job. So you've got to use your sense and be cognitively thinking, okay, is it still worth chasing this idea or this dream? Does that make sense?
Is the hustle still
real for me? Because I hate the idea of hustle culture in general, but I love it for personal.
But you've done your due diligence.
Yeah.
You're not just stepping into...
Yeah, we're not talking about me. I'm just talking about in theory.
Okay. No, but you said Dean in a year's time.
Yeah, in a year's time we can have a conversation.
Okay.
I'm saying we're not having a conversation.
But I'm saying you've done your research. You've done so for that time, I would say, as long as you're not being financially, you're not struggling, you're not losing stuff. Like, you're not putting your house up, not you personally, but you're putting your house up as leverage, your car, your children's future. Yeah. You know, you're not doing all of them things on the hope that it's going to turn around. I know a lot of people, you watch a lot of these documentaries on these millionaires, there's always that point where they get and they're like, we've got nothing. The Rock, like I watched The Rock's thing and he's got, what was it, $7 his company's called.
Yeah.
And that's because he said, literally, I was in Hollywood with $7 in my pocket.
Yeah, facts.
It was either going to work or it wasn't. I've put everything into what I was doing, everything into wrestling, my character, everything, you know, and it worked. Now he's probably close to a billionaire now.
Yeah, facts.
So the thing is, hustle culture sells those stories. That's the stories that they sell. And
this is why I say people have to be cognitive about it, because out of everybody that's hustling, there's only 6 people that's really making it.
Yeah. Well, what's the percent of people? What is it? The 2% of the rich people.
In what sense?
Just they're called it, but like a percentage, aren't they? Like this amount of people have that amount of wealth.
Yeah.
Is it 5% of the UK own more than 95%?
Yeah, something like that.
Something, I know there's a statistic. So that 95% of people have got to that level.
I think I heard a statistic. I'm not even sure about it now, but 85%. There are 5% of the people that earn more than £85,000 a year in the UK.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, 5%.
But that's through employment.
Yeah, that's through anything.
Oh, that can't be through business.
That's anything. That's earning more than 85,000 a year.
How much percent?
5%.
I would have to see them.
Again, don't quote me.
No, I know what you're
saying. You have to go Google.
No, and I know. And the thing is, we're having a conversation. Like we say, with the broker generation, we're not here with the facts in front of us. Facts. You know them ones, we like to have a conversation.
Even though
someone might be here.
It's not a fact.
Someone might be here and say, nah, brother, it's this about. But nah, that's... Because I feel like I know people that are like in the building trade.
Yeah.
That are taking 100k a year.
Yeah.
You know them? And that's just around here.
But I have a percentage of of Gloucester. So Gloucester's got about 120,000 people.
Okay.
Out of 120,000 people in Gloucester, how many do you think is?
Because I say if there's 20 of us together, that's the only one person not taking 100.
Exactly.
So so 20 of my friends get together, one of them might be taking 100k through being self-employed or through having a bit. I get on that.
So the idea, again, hustle culture is selling us is that for you to be successful, for you to be happy, you need to be on this amount of holidays per year, have this car and this house. Therefore, you need ways to do that. You have to be a business owner or an investor or do this scheme or that scheme. And I'm just not sure if that's the ideal for everybody.
Well, everything you see says you're not going to achieve this work in a 9 to 5. That's what every I think if you start every book, the book you've probably got, that book's probably going to come and say, this is not for the person that wants to work a 9 to 5. You have to take risks.
Yeah.
You have to take risks. And for me, I'm a more calculated risk taker than, that's why I said maybe number 2 is more for me than being the boss. At the moment. And we spoke about this before. This isn't the first time we spoke about this. So, boy, is hustle culture a lie? But I'm caught in hustle culture.
You're caught in it?
Of course I am, 100%. I think anyone that's starting a business with a massive influx of cash is caught in hustle culture.
Okay.
I would say, for me personally, if you're going to start a business under 50k investment, you're hustling. Because 50k could go in a couple of months.
That's a fact.
You know, like, unless obviously you're just doing like a little tiny, you know, you're just, I don't know, selling oranges on the corner, you know, and what you're buying, your product's not that low, your thing overs are low, everything's low. But I think if you're going to start something less than 50k, you're hustling. You know,
and I think hustling. And there's a difference between a one-person business and a multiple people business. If you're trying to get employees, this, that, and the other.
But if you're trying to start a whole business with employees and, you know, property or tools or vans or whatever you're doing, you need some kind of materials. You need capital investment. I think under 50k, you're hustling. Personally, I think that.
But is this new? Is this the idea of hustle culture a new thing? Or has it always been around? To me, it feels like it's new, but maybe it's just that I'm finally seeing it.
Do you know what it is? I think I may be wrong and I stand to being corrected, but I think it's new to our culture.
Okay.
I don't think it's a new concept.
Yeah.
But I think it's new to us. Like, when we look at generational wealth, there's not a lot of it in our culture, but there is a lot of generational wealth throughout the world.
That might be true,
so I think our culture, this is new. So us taking risks, starting businesses, obviously not that long ago, we weren't able to. Black Wall Street got burnt dying. You know them ones? They stopped. So we weren't able to take these risks because we weren't in a opportunity to take it. It's only now when things are changing that we are able to take it. And we've probably got, like you said, 20 years of getting it wrong a lot. You know, as a community, as a culture, as a people, there's probably 20 years the average man, average woman, average person has of just constantly getting it wrong, signing up to these get rich quick schemes. You know, like, how many people do you know are buying books to read? Like, the people you speak to about business, how many of them go out and buy books and try to learn from books? Not a lot, me included. But I know you buy books. And you write books.
Quick plug. Jump on the Amazon, people.
How many of people within our culture go out and read books? Not a lot of us. You know, I try to listen to my audio books when I can, and they're important, but not a lot of people are going out reading books, buying books. Like something like The Richest Man in Babylon. When's that? That's from like the 50s, isn't it? Or 40s, or, you know, them ones. So that's been around for how many years? But we're not using that as a base.
Facts.
You know, we're using Andrew Tate Hustler University as a base. We're not using The Richest Man in Babylon.
Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Rich Dad Poor Dad. Think rich, grow rich, or whatever that We're not using them
rich, yeah.
that are available as bases, as our research. We're using a YouTube video, some random man's subscription, Andrew Tate.
yeah.
That I woke up at 6 a.m, went for a swim.
Yeah.
By 10 a.m, I've made my first $1 million. We're using these people who probably have used those books as their base.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Oh, I don't know. We're done anyway. It's killed us off. We spoke for the 30. I'll just put the little video beyond this. Anything you want to say, closing words, my brother?
Nah, man. I said use wisdom when you're hustling, people. Use wisdom. Hustle hard, but hustle with wisdom if you need to.
Yeah, that.